within that first hour I got a sale, and then the next day I got another sale, and it's been growing since then. So
talking of making sales, getting your business up and running, let's dive into some numbers if we can. So from when you started taking action on the program and you actually started following the Dropship Unlocked program, how long did it take you to make your first sale? And what was that moment like? Talk us through it.
So since properly working on the business from scratch, I'd done little bits here and there, like I said, but I started completely again from, I'd say the beginning of the year. Maybe February is when I started, properly dedicating time daily, putting it into my schedule. Once it's in the schedule, it's definitely gonna get done and get done to a high level. So I think once I'd done that, it was about 3 months till my first sale. Yeah, so my ad campaign at the end of April, I think it was April 27th. Yeah, so I launched the ad campaign, set up everything. I've been setting it up for about a week, just making tweaks here and there. And then I actually got my first sale. Yeah, which I was very grateful for. Obviously, that first phase of the ads running, I was just expecting to capture data, and you never know what will come from these things. So not speculating too much, just seeing what will come from it. And then within that first hour I got a sale, and then the next day I got another sale, and it's been growing since then. So it's been I'm very, very grateful for sales and for it coming so quickly.
That's incredible. So within an hour of setting your ad campaign live, you made a sale. Can you talk us through what did that feel like? Was that the first time you'd made any money online? And talk us through, because that's a big jump for a lot of people who maybe don't think that this is real, and then an hour later they're making money online and have been ever since. Talk us through what that felt like. Where were you?
I was just downstairs in my living room. It wasn't the first time that I've made money online, but I think the thing that made this feel a bit more gratifying was the fact, the building process of it, the building of an actual sustainable business, and making a sale on your own platform compared to another e-commerce platform like eBay or like Amazon feels very different, because you feel like you've really gone out and got that sale, driven that traffic, you've made that sale, and it feels a bit more real. But yeah, that feeling, I think, is a feeling that will stay with me. So that, I think, that first sale feeling, I don't think there's a feeling like it, because you get instantly kind of that proof of concept that it can work. During that period of building everything, you're building things for 3, 4, 5 months, and it's not the moment, when you're making tweaks to the website, it's not that moment that you're doing it all for, but you still have to find joy in doing that. Not every time you hit the stone can the stone break, but you have to know that with each hit you're going somewhere. So you have to have faith in that and be present in that and enjoy that process as it is. I think that's one of the most important things, is enjoy the process and the exact step that you're at. It's so easy to look forward, and of course, you're going to look forward to the goals that you have. And I was looking forward when I'm calling suppliers to that sale that they're going to make and uploading products, blah, blah, blah. But you have to still put your full effort and attention in that moment, because I think if your attention's always elsewhere, then you never really give that moment the dedication and the care that it needs. And I think when you focus on that process, focus on that present moment, I think the outcome takes care of itself. So once I set the ad live, I'm in the process of setting the ad live. Of course, I'm thinking, what will this be? But it's all speculation. You can end that month with no sales. You can end that month with 60 sales. You don't know. So I think speculation is great, but I think it's best to just kind of be present in the moment, see what will come from it, and what will come from it will be. And I was fortunate enough in that moment, you make the sale, but then, it's done, and it's on to the next building phase. There's still a lot of work to do, but massively grateful and massively happy with that first sale. But yeah, I just saw it as first of many, and let's keep pushing now.
100%. Yeah, it's very, very wise words, Mason. You're right. That first sale moment is confirmation of the work that you put in to get to that point. But all of the work behind the scenes is what is really the journey to get you to that first sale. And of course, you were driven, committed. As soon as you had the first sale, you're looking onwards to think, how can we make this consistent now? So I'm keen, after that first sale came through a few months ago, what are your total sales to date as we talk today?
We just passed £70,000. This, once again, really, really grateful for the growth that it's seen And yeah.
That's amazing. And from that £70,000, then what are your kind of typical average product prices? Like if you got an order came through today, what's it likely to be valued at for you? Do you know your average order value?
Order value at the moment is about £700.
Amazing.
700, 750.
That's incredible. So £750 on a single sale. Just out of interest, if I said to you, at the beginning, and you were thinking about launching a dropshipping business, would it be harder to sell a product for £25 on a Shopify store or a product for £750? Would you have believed that it wouldn't take much difference for you and that both of them would end up in a sale coming through, but one could be worth significantly more in profit? Is that a concept that you kind of understood from the get-go, or did that take a little while to get your head around?
The way in which it was explained in the course and the way in which the numbers are broke down, it makes sense. But I think before, when you're just initially hearing the numbers, of course, it can be hard to believe that it requires a similar amount of effort or the same amount of effort to get those two sales with such a difference in numbers, of course. So yeah, I think it is definitely something that is quite surprising, and I think you can only really understand it once you've experienced it and you go through it, and the course, I think, lays that out perfectly in the explanation of how it works and how you can really optimize that.
Yeah, incredible work. It sounds like you hit the ground running with it, and you've got a great average order value. You're making great sales. I mean, that's where you're at now in such a short space of time. You're someone who doesn't mess around, and you didn't have any business experience in e-commerce before. I'm guessing this wasn't something that you'd done previously.
In this way, not in this model, as this sustainable. I've had other ventures, but not so much e-commerce based.
Okay, awesome. Well, looking ahead then from now, what do you think the success of your e-commerce business is going to change about things for you in everyday life? Like, how's it? Because you mentioned one of your goals from this was freedom. So what is this going to enable you to do long term? How does this align with that goal for freedom?
It's just another thing that can help to funnel that freedom and build other ventures and just continue to work on this. I think it's going to be opportunity to be even busier with the business and focus on another thing. But once again, something that I'm hugely grateful for, the opportunity to be even able to be busy with the business. I think it's an opportunity in itself to be able to be busy and to be able to have things to do and have a long list of things that you need to do and delegate. What it's going to do for me is just to continue to work on that business, and it's going to be able to help freedoms in different aspects of my life, and it's going to be able to help other ventures and other businesses. So I think it's going to definitely be beneficial to all aspects.